Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. April 4th stands as a day of profound transition, where the loss of transformative leaders met the structural birth of global alliances and technological empires. It is a date anchored by the 1968 assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a tragic political and spiritual milestone that catalyzed the immediate passage of the Fair Housing Act, and the 1949 signing of the North Atlantic Treaty, which professionalized Western collective defense through the creation of NATO. From the 1975 founding of Microsoft by Bill Gates and Paul Allen, a financial and professional pivot that established the software foundations of the modern economy, to the 1973 dedication of the World Trade Center, April 4th consistently highlights the human ambition to build resilient systems, whether through the engineering of skyscrapers, the codification of international law, or the pursuit of social justice. Let us look at the significant historical events of April 4th, categorized by cultural, educational, financial, physical/mental/relational health, political, professional, social, spiritual, and scientific and technological points of view. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. From cultural point of view, 1928, birth of Maya Angelou, the legendary poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist, was born. Her work, including I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, provided a powerful cultural and educational narrative on structural racism and personal resilience. 1960, 32nd Academy Awards. The film Ben-Hur won a record-breaking 11 Oscars. The production remains a masterpiece of cinematic structural design, utilizing massive practical sets and professionalized stunt coordination. 1964, the Beatles occupy top 5. In an unprecedented cultural milestone, the Beatles held all top 5 spots on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, a structural dominance of the music industry that has never been repeated. Historically significant things that happened from educational point of view. 1581. Francis Drake knighted. After completing his circumnavigation of the world, Drake was knighted aboard the Golden Hind. This serves as a vital educational case study in the history of global exploration and maritime professionalization. 1968. The Death of a Dream speech. Following the assassination of Dr. King on this day, Robert F. Kennedy gave an improvised speech in Indianapolis. It is studied as a masterclass in educational rhetoric and relational empathy during a national crisis. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. From financial point of view, 1975. Microsoft founded. Bill Gates and Paul Allen formed a partnership in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This was a massive financial and professional pivot, creating a company that would build the structural software foundations for the global economy. 1841. First U.S. president to die in office, William Henry Harrison, died of pneumonia. This created a brief financial and political instability as the nation navigated the first-ever structural transition of power under the 25th Amendment's predecessor. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. From physical/mental/relational health point of view, 1948. World Health Organization, WHO, final prep. While formally celebrated on the 7th, the structural frameworks for international health cooperation were being finalized this week, professionalizing global responses to mental and physical health crises. 1968. National trauma. The assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. caused a profound relational and mental health shock to the global community, leading to widespread social unrest and a long-term professional study on the psychology of grief and civil rights. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th, from political point of view. 1949. NATO treaty signed. The North Atlantic Treaty was signed in Washington, D.C., creating a structural military alliance between 12 nations. This professionalized the collective defense of the West during the Cold War. 1968. Assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. The civil rights leader was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. This tragic political milestone led to the immediate passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, Fair Housing Act. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th from professional point of view. 1887, first female mayor in the U.S., Susanna Medora Salter was elected mayor of Argonia, Kansas. This was a landmark professional milestone for women in governance, proving their mechanical competence in municipal administration. 1975, software professionalization. The founding of Microsoft began the shift toward software engineering as a distinct professional discipline, separate from hardware manufacturing. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. From social point of view, 1968, Holy Week uprisings. Following Dr. King's death, the greatest wave of social unrest since the Civil War swept through over 100 U.S. cities, forcing a structural reevaluation of social justice and urban policy. 1902, death of Cecil Rhodes. The businessman and politician died, leaving a complicated social legacy that led to the creation of the Rhodes Scholarship, a premier educational and professional honor. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. From spiritual point of view, 1147, first recorded mention of Moscow. This date is traditionally cited as the founding of Moscow. The city eventually became a spiritual and structural center for the Russian Orthodox Church. 1841, death of William Henry Harrison. His death sparked a national spiritual reflection on the brevity of life and the structural stability of the American Republic under God. Historically significant things that happened on April 4th. 1973. World Trade Center ribbon cutting. The Twin Towers were officially dedicated in New York. At the time, they were the tallest buildings in the world, representing a pinnacle of structural engineering and wind load resistance. 1932. Vitamin C isolated. Scientist C.G. King isolated vitamin C for the first time. This technological and scientific milestone professionalized the field of nutritional science and physical health. 1994. Netscape founded. Originally Mosaic Communications. This company created the first commercial web browser, a mechanical necessity for the structural birth of the modern internet. Hi viewers, family and friends. How did you like the content of this video? Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please write in the comments your name and the place you are watching from. Since our viewing family is spread all over the world, it will be nice to know which city and the country you are watching from, so I can say hello to you. Science and technology, reading and listening to the historical accomplishments on this date of those who have gone before us. I, as a professional engineer with interest in structural engineering, energy-efficient buildings, ICF construction, and as Google Docs expert with interest in spreadsheet-based solutions, draw inspiration to ask of myself the million-dollar question, what would I accomplish today? Think about the Japanese practice of Kaizen. Let me know in the comments. What would you accomplish today? Your subscribing to the channel inspires me to post more such videos. Thanks for your patronage. See you in the next video. Sincerely, Yogi Anand.